and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to a lager with a bit of a twist. That's right, I actually know what this tastes like because I've had it a few times over the last few weeks. I bought a case, half case, 12 of anyway, of these last time I was up in Scotland, and I've been drinking on lives and by myself for a while. So I've got a good idea of what it's like, and what it's like is probably the most flavourful lager you've ever had. We'll do a full taste test obviously, but this is Snow Goose Lager from Glen Spean Brewing Co in Scotland, just outside of Fort William. And to be honest, everything I've had from them so far has been pretty damn good. I've had this and a couple of others, but I've got a couple of others left to go. This is the first one I'm reviewing as its own video, but there will be plenty more coming up soon. And yeah, there is just a small brewery in Scotland. A bit more about the brewery in a bit. First, let's take a look at the bottle and then get it cracked open. All their bottles follow this format, but it's a nice classic design with a bit of extra flair. Now I do have a Glen Spean Brewing Co glass, but I left it in Scotland. I will be retrieving it, but it's probably going to live up there for Scottish based reviews. I've not got quite all of the bottle in, but look at that for a pint. All of the bottle is now in, and I mean, just look at it. That is a thing of beauty. It's golden. It's touch on the medium to darker side for lagers, I would say. It's certainly not properly pale. Yeah, nice goldenness. I mean, the foam on that. I mean, you can see it if I wobble it around. Look at that. I mean, it's got real substance to it, and tons of carbonation in that glass. I was actually going to do a different review today that I've been wanting to do for a while, and then this just caught my eye and I thought, you know what, no, today's the right day for this, and so far I have no regrets. So the aromas, you immediately know from the aroma that this beer is a bit different. It doesn't really smell all that much like a traditional lager. There's a sweetness, there's a smokiness, which we'll come back to, and there's something else, something rich, something, I can't quite put my finger on it, and to be honest, I've tried a few times as I've drank this. There is a scent, an odour and a flavour to this that I'm just really not sure what it is, but it's very different and it's not something I've ever had in beer before, which can be a bit of a step back moment when you try it for the first time. But as you can see, I'm probably giving away that I do like this because I'm quite excited by it. And I didn't buy a case of 12, by the way, because I liked it, because I'd never tried it at that point. It was, I had a good feeling. Let's just say that. Right, anything else? It's a creaminess. There's a nuggetiness almost to it. It's really quite strange. But anyway, let's get into it. Cheers. Oh yeah. A week or so away from this has not changed anything. That is still, it's bizarre. It is absolutely bizarre. Tons of flavour. It's so flavourful. If you want a lager that just wafts down, you don't have to think about, this might not be it. Because it makes you. It does drink easily, but it's like a burnt cinder toffee caramel thing there that just, I don't know, it's so counter to what you would expect this style of beer to be. It's a little bit of a mind boggle. It's got a peatiness, a smokiness, a bit of a Scotch whiskey thing about it. It's not properly there, but there's just a nod of the hat to, well, that Scottish brilliance. I can't do it any more justice just taking a sip and trying to take it all in. So, top to bottom taste test. Initially, fractionally sweet, fairly heavily carbonated on the front of the tongue. Then you get what is quite a traditional lager element, that mild bitterness, very refreshing quality, kind of straight across the middle. There's no hint at that point. It's really big on flavour. The mouth feels good. I mean, it's a lager. It's not thick by any means, but you know, you get that ever so slight velvetiness that you do get with some more premium quality beers of this style. And then, weirdly, although you've not swallowed it, at the back of the tongue, down the sides, you start to get a bit of a tingle. Just down its side, it's not sour, it's a little bit of bitterness, but really it's tingling because, well, that sensation shouldn't really be there. It's more of the sweetness comes in, and a little bit of that smokiness right at the back there. And then you get the proper finish, and it is huge. It's, well, all those things we talked about before, and there's so many of them. I'm really struggling to dial in very individual notes. Right, it's smoky, it's peaty, it's got that Scotch thing. There's toffees in there, caramel, all of that stuff. There's a bit of biscuit almost, maybe a bit of burnt biscuit. It's that kind of super toasty, lovely. Hints to lots of different things. There's some vanilla in there, marshmallow hit maybe. It's just, there's so much going on. For a lager, it's absolutely mind-blowing. Oh, right, as you can see, we're getting through that pretty quick. So, let's take a look at the bottle. Glen Spean Brewing Co. Premium Craft Lager called Snow Goose. I do know why it's called it, but I think it will say on the bottle anyway. It says, here we go, after the spring melt, an area of snow is left in the gully of Aonoch Mor. Aonoch Mor, this is not on the bottle, this is just for point of reference, is the mountain to the northwest of Ben Nevis. It's kind of one along, and it's where they have the mountain bike stuff up there every year, and it's where I did some videos on my bike actually a few months back. But anyway, it says, a mountain in the Nevis Range overlooking Glen Spean Brewing Co, taking the distinctive shape of a snow goose. So basically, once all the snow's melted, there's a tiny bit left that never gets any sun, and it looks like a goose. A smooth, refreshing and full-bodied lager laced with light citrus notes and a mild chinook hop finish. Not really getting that. It's much more sweet than that, but maybe, you know, anyway. GlenSpeanBrewing.com. They are in Spean Bridge, Inverness, which, as I said, is just outside of Fort William. Contains gluten. Ingredients are water, malted barley, malted wheat, hops and yeast. It's 4.5%, 500ml bottle. It's 2.25 units for this bottle, and it's best before the 28th of September 2022, so well over a year away. Well, in fact, no, it's not well over a year away anymore. Is it a year today, actually? It's a year tomorrow, but still, plenty of time. Yeah, that is all it's got on it. I've just seen there's a tiny bit actually kicking around in there. Wouldn't want to waste any because it is absolutely brilliant. It really is. I mean, the first bottle I had of this, I was genuinely concerned. I was. I mean, certainly for the first half of it anyway. I kept thinking, I've got 12 of these. This might be too much. It might just be overkill. And then by the second bottle, I was very happy with my decision, to be honest. It really is a bit of a wonder. If you want a drink that's not a deep, dark, rich stout, you're not keen on hoppy IPAs, but you want some flavour in your life, this is where it's at. This has got all those boxes ticked. Really incredible. Right, let's drink a bit more and see if it's changed while we've been talking. As always, after you've read their description, you start to pick out things that they recognise. The aroma is letting off some slight citrusy notes now, but that toasted sweetness really is still dominant. But yes, there is absolutely some citrusy notes in there, just not absolutely obvious on opening. Otherwise, in the taste, if anything, as it's warmed up slightly, that smokiness is getting deeper. Peaty, really peaty. Real Scottish vibes, this one. Really, really well done. I have to say, I enjoyed the peaty, smoky nature of this because as much as I like the flavour of Scotch whisky, it doesn't like me very much, and I've kind of learnt to avoid certainly the peatier ones because it just gives me indigestion, but it doesn't do it this, and I get to enjoy the flavour, which is very nice indeed. Strongly recommend it if the description you find appealing anyway. Because honestly, for what is a bit of an oddity, it really is good. So I think we'll leave it there. I don't really have anything else to say about it. There's nothing else on the bottle, and I think you get the idea. So as always, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. If you haven't already, subscribed if you would be so kind, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.